Welcome back to Houston Life. Do you take vitamins every day? Well, what about when it comes to your skincare routine? Do your products contain vitamins?
That is a great question, and I have no idea. But local dermatologist Dr. Sherry Ingraham is here with more info on which vitamins work best for that, so we can all have this healthy holiday glow. It's great to see you, Dr. Ingraham.
Good to see you guys. So that's something I get asked all the time. Well, I take my vitamins, and I say, you take your vitamins, but the skin is the furthest leaf out on the tree. So if you want your skin to look its best, you need to apply the vitamins to those leaves, not to the tree itself.
That's a great analogy.
Okay. So you can drink them every day. I drink my little green juice and get a good dose. Vitamin K is in here, by the way. And people always say, well, what's vitamin K? Vitamin K is what prevents bruising.
Right.
So if you really want to stabilize the vessels in your skin and prevent bruising and brighten, get your vitamin K, green leafy vegetables. It's harder to find in products. But the A, B, C, Ds, and E's of skincare are so much fun. So vitamin A is the most famous. It's retinol, right?
Right.
Okay.
Is vitamin A. So you can get vitamin A from anything that says retinol, tretinoin on it. So we have some prescription products on the end from your dermatologist, so if you're acne prone. But if you want something that says for stubborn marks, like we talked about, retinoids can lighten the skin, they can brighten the skin, they increase cellular turnover.
Okay. And these are products that you recommend. So here's the thing, when I go into, whether it be over the counter or maybe even at the med spa, if it's a medical grade stuff, I just feel kind of overwhelmed.
Sure.
Because there's so many products and they all say, you know, glowing and brightening. And I'm like, that's a key word for me. I would buy all of this stuff, but it's not cheap. And so how do you
keep
decipher?
it simple?
Right.
Well, I say the holy grail is you want vitamin C in the morning. So vitamin C is very important because it stimulates collagen. So when you think of vitamin C, think of collagen. It is that key ingredient that stimulates collagen regardless of age. Everyone should put a vitamin C in a serum form, ideally, on their face in the morning. And do you know how to apply a serum, guys?
Straight from the dropper, right?
Right. So you can either put it on your hand. Okay. So you can put it, this is how you turn your sheets orange, by the way, and make your skin beautiful. You can do that, and then you can take your other hand and you can take a dot and put one on each quadrant. Okay. Okay, dot on each quadrant, rub it all around, and then don't forget your neck and tops of your hands.
Always the décolleté.
Décolleté, and to prevent the brown spots. But the key thing, the number one question I get asked is, when do you put the serum on? Thinnest to thickest. Thinnest to thickest. So that's why in the morning, vitamin C is the holy grail, and then you want to get your other vitamins in there, your vitamin Bs. Bs are moisturizers and brighteners. So think niacinamide, B3, panthenol, B5, they are in everything. So here's one right here. This is a vitamin B. This says niacinamide on it.
That's over the counter?
Over the counter. These are all over the counter. You can take your B vitamins, right? But you want to put them on your skin. So B vitamins can go on top of your C because they're more of a moisturizer. They're often combined with hyaluronic acid. You put your sunscreen on and you go in the morning.
So I had a girlfriend who is passionate about skincare, and she told me the vitamin C, she goes, well, think about it in the morning. You would have orange juice, right? And that's your vitamin C. So give your skin its orange juice. That's how I always remember
that. That's a good way to think about it. It's an environmental shield. These are very powerful antioxidants. So every day we are exposed to our wonderful Houston environment. So it's hot. There are things in the air from pollution. There is diesel exhaust. We live around a lot of refineries, and then there's sunlight interacting with this particulate matter. So they have done studies, and they found people who live in urban areas get more brown spots because the particulate matter combines with heat and light and makes brown spots. So you put your environmental shield on in the morning, you moisturize on top of that. So you could use, there's a CeraVe gel that has a little B vitamin in it. You could use this La Roche-Posay that is a B vitamin. Then you put your sunscreen on top, the rest of your environmental shield, and then you go out into your day.
Interesting. So you have this shield on, but also you mentioned that the vitamin C stimulates your collagen.
Right.
And that essentially means your skin is healing itself from the inside out.
Exactly. So you're doing your preventative maintenance. You're fertilizing the soil. You're putting on your preventative mask, your sunscreen, and then you're going out, and then at night you're going to rebuild. Right? So at night we're going to get into the other vitamins. Vitamin A. Retinols are for nighttime ideally, right? So your vitamin A, your retinols, why is that? They're not very photostable, so you don't want to put them on in the daytime, and that's why dermatologists will say use your Retin A at night. It can be a little irritating. It can be a little peely in some people. These over-the-counter products are designed to be a little bit lighter. These vitamin A products, like the retinol from Neutrogena over here, or this adapalene from La Roche-Posay, which is a wonderful over-the-counter retinoid, vitamin A derivative. Especially this Sante product. This is a very gentle retinoid for people who want to use a retinoid but can't tolerate necessarily the irritation from a retinoid sometimes.
Also over the counter?
Also over the counter. This is from a dermatologist's office. You can get the Adapalene and the Neutrogena at your drugstore, at your grocery store.
Good to know.
But that's your vitamin A at night, okay? So vitamin A at night, and then again, what do you want to do? You can moisturize on top of that if you want to, especially if we're in the winter months.
Yes.
Or if you can't, some people can't tolerate a retinoid, so they need more combination vitamin products.
I feel like this is a master class for skincare.
So fun.
good.
It's so
good.
fun.
Let's talk about sunscreen, which I'm noticing over here.
Yes.
Because the days are shorter at this time of year, and because the temperatures are a little bit cooler, a lot of people forget to wear their sunscreen.
God bless them. Don't do it. I told them, you don't brush your teeth only when you eat ice cream, right? You brush your teeth every day. That's what I tell them. You got to put sunscreen. The sun shines every day. Even when you're driving in your car, the tinted windows don't block long wave UVA. And long wave UVA is what causes wrinkles and melanoma. So you have your vitamin C on your environmental shield, and then you have your sunscreen. And now they make sunscreens that are combination products. So you can find sunscreen that has vitamin B in it, that has vitamin C in it, antioxidants. So you have a little environmental shield blended in with your sunscreen. So like a BB or a CC cream.
Okay,
right? You think about, so I love these products from CeraVe and from SkinMedica, and especially Elta. They have a lot of sunscreens that have niacinamide in them, and niacinamide is great if you tend to be rosacea prone or sensitive skinned or red. Using sunscreen can be your best friend. You can get a tinted sunscreen that covers everything up.
And gentlemen, don't thumb your nose at tinted sunscreen.
No, I love that.
Because if you're using, I use this every single day.
Me too.
If you're using a white mineral sunscreen, you end up looking sort of like a mime because it lightens your skin so much. So by using a tinted sunscreen, it's not going to look like makeup. It's just going to make your skin look natural.
No, and Derek, you bring up such a good point because this is the little secret about tinted sunscreen. Tinted sunscreen is the holy grail because it's the only thing that blocks against indoor lights and blue lights.
Oh, that's
so the
perfect.
iron oxide that is in tint actually blocks blue light from TV screens, from your phone, and so you need
Give me
the
5.
tint.
That we're exposed to inside buildings.
Right.
I always wondered in the morning because I get up so early and I use this because I know I'm supposed to put on sunscreen no matter what. But I always, sometimes I'm like, come on, it's
You'll be inside all
4
day.
a.m. and I'm going to be inside. That just made me so happy.
And I tell my patients, they're like, I have melasma, I have dark spots, what do I do? And I say, put your vitamin C on. But even if you're not going to leave the house, put on your tinted sunscreen because you need to protect yourself in the house when you're watching TV, when you're on your computer screen.
Such a good
Gosh.
advice.
We're not
So
safe
good.
anywhere.
Right.
Just kidding. Dr. Ingraham.
Well, no, we're
Your
learning. We're
favorite
prepared now.
product. Let's talk about your absolute favorite product, Derek.
I use this at night too, yeah.
So I love these combinations.
Let's talk about this actually after the break because we have that. I need to know because if he uses it, I need to know.
We got to get used to it.
That's a good tease. That's a good tease. So we're going to talk about this, nighttime routines, also what to keep in mind when it comes to skincare and holiday travel.
Yes.
Quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Well, we're back with dermatologist Dr. Sherry Ingraham, and she's here. She's been giving us extra tips, expert tips that get that healthy glow that we're all really looking for this holiday season, and what to do if your holiday plans include travel. Now, before the break, we were talking about this product, and this is something that you use, Dirk.
Well, I use this because of Dr. Ingraham.
There you go.
And it feels so good. So this is a nighttime serum, is that right?
It is. So there's daytime serums and nighttime serums. And serums are important because vitamin C is only really absorbed in its most potent form when it's in the associate with sleep.
Yes.
And bakuchiol, which is a retinoid, but a milder retinoid, it's actually plant-based. You're kind of getting everything you need at night. You're getting that kind of what a retinoid does at night with your vitamin C and your melatonin. And it's a nice little oil that everyone likes.
It feels great. It's very self-indulgent.
Very self-indulgent. So what are you going to do? You're going on a trip, you're packing your bags, you're going somewhere that may be a little cooler. So you need to think about your skin barrier. The number one thing that happens, you get on a plane and your skin just gets dry out.
Yes. Yep. And then you have a cocktail on the plane and that dries you out even further.
And then you get those, get home and you put your normal products on and they irritate you. Actually, my sister's staying with me right now and she said, why is everything so much more sensitive? Well, because she just took a long flight from Colorado and she used some products that she wasn't used to using. So I said, you need to switch switch over to barrier repair mode. And barrier repair mode means instead of washing your face with soap, you use micellar water. Okay, get a bottle of micellar water. You can get them at any drugstore. Also, twice a day, I love this, you can spray this in the morning and at night on your face. It makes an amazing...
Spray it on my face.
You want to, I mean, this is that glow and go, but it's thermal
nice.
spring water. It is wonderful barrier repairing water. And if you're acne prone and your skin is getting really dried out from your regimen, this mineral water is fabulous because it's got the microbiome in it. So it really helps to heal the skin barrier. And then every dermatologist, you keep it.
Brandon will be obsessed.
There's more.
Brandon, go share
You
this.
can buy a smaller one too. Dermatologists love Aquaphor. It's the holy grail like Vaseline. Keep it in your bag. Now there's a spray. My kids love this spray. So you can spray the Aquaphor on.
Oh,
It's not as
interesting.
heavy, but what's not, and it's a little lighter too, right?
Oh,
it's
wow.
not as heavy. But if you have chapped lips, the
This
little
is what I use
corners
for the
become
lips,
chapped, your elbows get a little dry, keep a tube of Aquaphor with you at all times. It's on your carry-on bag because it's kind of the go-to. You get a little boo-boo. And then the big thing I'm getting asked now is like, how do I get my glow up, right? How do you get your glow up on? So what you really want to focus on with glow is preventing damage of the skin. And one of the big things we think about over the holidays is what we're eating, right? We're having pie, we're having sweet potatoes.
All of it.
We're having all these things, Halloween candy, which I happen to have a little example of in my pocket.
Oh,
this
I thought you
sugar,
just happened to have it
right?
with you.
This little snack. But the reason you've got to watch this is sugar equals sugar in your body getting elevated, and that equals binding to collagen. And what happens is you form AGEs, advanced glycation end products, which means proteins in our skin, collagen, bind with sugar. Sugar is glycating that protein, and that makes the collagen crunchy.
Okay.
And crunchy collagen becomes wrinkled collagen. So
What?
I
that's
wanted
where
this 2 seconds ago.
crepiness
Put it
comes
over
from.
there. Get it away from me.
Crepiness comes from. So what you want to do are find products that have advanced glycation end product blockers in them.
Okay.
So SkinCeuticals came up with this science long ago, and this is called AGE Interrupter Advance. And I love this product. This is kind of the holy grail. So you put this on every night at bedtime.
Ooh.
You can put it on your face and neck. I tell people it feels like icing. It's like butter.
Yes,
It
skin
absorbs beautifully into the skin, but what it does is it contains licorice extract, so it'll block some dark spots from forming, but it also has other important antioxidants that block the formation of that crunchy collagen. They block that sugar binding to that collagen. So there's also a new eye cream in the same line, so you want to block that crunchy collagen, and you know why this happens? Also browning of food. So you know how self-tanner works? We put self-tanner on.
Yeah.
And what that is that's called the Maillard reaction, which is brown forming because you're applying sugar to protein. So you want to block that reaction. So avoiding fried foods, avoiding broiled, barbecued foods, eating steamed and healthy foods. Or you can also go and inject the glow. So now we have Skin Vive, and you can get your glow up on. This just got FDA approved within the last 2 months. And it's fabulous. You can apply this superficially in a little injection graft on each of your cheeks, and you get your instant glow up.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh. And I'm glad you brought up the thing about fried foods and sugars, because we've always wondered, is that a myth, or does what you eat affect your skin? And the bottom line is it does.
You eat crepes, you get crepey.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
this is all great information. We also talked in the break when it comes to the numbers, you want to go with anything that's higher than
SPF 30.
Yes. Oh,
30 or
what did I
higher.
say?
yeah, SPF, anything higher than that is what you're looking for,
Yes.
right?
You're looking for 30 or higher. And remember, physical sunscreens, especially zinc-based sunscreens with tint, are going to block the most.
Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Dr.
learned
Sherry
so
Ingraham,
much.
thank you so much. We've got our shopping lists ready just in
Yes.
time for the holidays. And for more info on vitamins and skincare, or to connect with Dr. Ingraham, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section. Thanks
Awesome.
again.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for having me.